JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Man killed near bar in Caledona Courts Plaza in Manchester. A man was shot dead on Caledona Courts Plaza in Mandeville on Wednesday night. Bar patrons identified him only as Davy. Preliminary reports are that shortly before 11 p.m., armed assailants stormed the plaza and opened fire on the man in the vicinity of a bar. He reportedly collapsed on a staircase on the second floor of the plaza. The incident also sent patrons of multiple bars at the location scampering for cover as gunshots rang out. The area has been the scene of several shooting incidents over the years. Man charged after shooting man in the head. A man was on Monday charged with murder after shooting a man in the head in Manchester. Charged is 40-year-old Brian Bartley, a labourer of Bethel Street in Greenvale in the parish. In addition to murder, he is also charged with possession of prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and using a firearm to commit a felony. Killed was 32-year-old Kenroy Gordon of Bethel Street in Greenvale, was attacked and shot in his community on Thursday, July 18. Reports from the Mandeville police are that at about 7:20 p.m., Bartley and the deceased were walking in the community when Bartley allegedly brandished a gun and shot Gordon in the head. Gordon was admitted to hospital in critical condition and died the following day. The quick action of the police led to Bartley's arrest just hours after the incident. He was later charged on Monday, July 22. A court date is being scheduled for him. St. Catherine Gardner charged for stabbing man, aggravated assault, and wounding with intent charges have been laid against 44-year-old Gardner Jason Hines of West Prospect, Bogwalk, St. Catherine, in relation to an attack over money. Reports from the Bogwalk police were that at about 6:30 p.m. on Saturday, July 20, the man approached Hines and asked him about money that was owed to him. During the conversation, Hines allegedly brandished a knife and stabbed the man. The man was assisted to hospital where he was admitted. Hines was later accosted by residents and handed over to the police and was later charged on Tuesday, July 23. Hines is scheduled to appear before the St. Catherine Parish Court on Wednesday, July 31. Elderly man perishes in Manchester house fire. An elderly man perished in a house fire in Inglewood near Mile Gully in Manchester on Thursday morning. Relatives named him as Rupert Morgan. Morgan is believed to be in his 70s. Preliminary reports suggest that Morgan was cooking in the early morning when a gas cylinder exploded. Firefighters received a call of the house fire at 5:18 a.m. Morgan's one-bedroom board house was destroyed. Susan, a caregiver for Morgan's 99-year-old aunt at a neighboring house, said she heard cries for help.
Here, so I don't know if he had a candle light or whatsoever, I don't know, but his brother bought the gas yesterday and leave the gas down here. He wasn't here, so he leave the gas down here, and in the night, maybe after 10, so he come and knock the door, and I said to him, Rupert, why you knocking the door? Him say him come to pick up the gas, and I tell him where the gas is, and him carry the gas go up. So I don't know what happened from that until this morning when we hear the explosion.
How old is he?
He's in his 70s, you know. I don't know 70 how much, but he's not in age group there.
But if he came to pick up the
man, he move around, you know. He move around, man. He move around every time. As somebody when you know feeble, you know, he just move around. He move around. So when after the explosion now, I saw the whole place in flame. But to me, it looked like, I don't know if he light candle. I can't say. I can't speculate. You understand? Me don't know what happened. But the cylinder blow up.
Understand.
So, this was where the kitchen was. Yeah, the kitchen. Alright, here saying did. Right there, so? The body was there and the head was right here. Okay. See him like how you see it there? That's why they didn't take him up. Yeah. Because he burn, you know, him burn bad. They look like when the explosion now we lick him back. Yeah, he lick him back. Cause that piece of zinc I did there on him. Look like he lick him back, so his head drop here, so. His head was right here and the body was right there. Hey, yeah. Yeah, the auntie kind of. Oh my God. There you go. There's another India there, and there's another India there. I have it. want to help, you know.
You mind at the time? You knew he was in danger, not you?
Yeah, because from here, the help. When I say I'm in a danger, yes, but I couldn't help. And when me come and look, me not see nobody either. And me call out, no, I'm not hear nobody. You know, because me figure more or less I run out and gone up in the bush.
Okay.
You understand? Me figure more or less I run out and gone up in the bush. When me hear the help, me think say the fire I'm a call for help. Me not think say in there. And when me tell you say now me see the wire and the fire, and me come and draw the wire.
Yeah.
Me draw the wire. That's it, you know, catch a fire there, so.
Right.
And me look and me see the little so
that's it.
So far the explosion bring the
Massive,
current.
yeah.
Yes.
Drivers escape injury after cars crash near a gas station. The drivers of two motor cars managed to escape unscathed after they were involved in a bizarre accident in Waitabit, Trelawney, on Wednesday afternoon. The impact of the collision caused one of the vehicles to slam into a gas station pump. The accident, which occurred about 4 p.m., resulted in motor vehicle traffic reduced to a single lane as motorists avoided broken glass strewn in the middle of the roadway. The Waitabit police are investigating. Amended law passed for parents to maintain their children still in school up to age 23. Parents will soon have to maintain their children after they've attained the age of majority once they're enrolled in an educational or training program. This will be facilitated under the amended Maintenance Act. Piloting the bill, an act to amend the Maintenance Act and to provide for connected matters on Tuesday, Justice Minister Delroy Chuck said the government is seeking to have parents continue to provide for their children up to age 23.
So, Madam Speaker, the amendment to the Maintenance Act seeks to allow for a maintenance order to be granted by the court after a child attains the age of 18 years for the purpose of engaging in a course of education or training, whether or not an order of maintenance had been issued prior. Such order, however, would not extend for any period beyond the child attaining the age of 23 years. So there could be an extension of maintenance order for training and education up to 23, which I have no doubt was the intention of the principal bill. The amendment also seeks to allow for the application for a maintenance order to be made by the child himself who has attained the age of 18 years, the child's parents, or any other person who has the care and custody of the child.
Chuck said the amendment to the Maintenance Act results in the consequential amendment to the Children Guardianship and Custody Act in order to achieve constituency. Chuck said the amendment to the Maintenance Act results in the consequential amendment to the Children Guardianship and Custody Act in order to achieve consistency throughout legislation. The bill received the support of the opposition and was passed without amendment. Taxi operator charged with murder of teacher Daniel Anglin remanded. Lascelles Morgan, the taxi operator charged with the murder of educator Daniel Anglin, has been further remanded until September 9. Morgan made his first appearance in the Clarendon Parish Court on Thursday morning. During the hearing, his attorney Donoghue Martin requested disclosure. On July 10, the 45-year-old convicted sex offender was charged with murder and kidnapping with respect to Miss Anglin, who was a teacher at St. Peter Claver Primary and Infant School in St. Andrew. Forensic tests confirmed that skeletal remains found on June 3 in Salt River, Clarendon, are those of the educator who disappeared after leaving her Hillshire Park home in St. Catherine on May 13. The police say Morgan had been arrested and charged in 2015 by the police for sexual offenses and was also convicted in Antigua for sexual offenses and deported to Jamaica. Qualified pensioners can receive $150,000 under Relief Fund. Pensioners in need of financial assistance can benefit from a one-off payment of $150,000 under the Pension Relief Fund. The fund, which is managed by the Ministry of Finance under the Public Service, is designed to provide additional support to retired individuals who are in receipt of a pension or receive gratuity from the Accountant General's Department. Manager of Client Services in the Pensions Administration Branch of the Ministry's Strategic Human Resource Management Division, Natalie Kinglock, explained that the primary goal of the fund is to provide temporary relief to pensioners. So whilst it is a revolving fund, the award is not a revolving award. So whilst it is a revolving fund, the award is not a revolving award, so it is basically a one-off payment to assist with medical emergencies or even just to provide for basic needs, she noted during an interview on the Ministry's Coffee and Conversations online program. Outlining the application process, Kinglock said that persons are required to write to the Pensions Administration branch, after which a directive is given to the Client Services Officer for an investigation to be done. We visit the address that is provided on the application, as we need proof of your need, which is detailed in the income and expenditure report, she noted further. To qualify for this kind of relief, you must be a retired individual who has benefited from an award from the Accountant General's Department. You must be a Jamaican in need of assistance, and you also qualify if you received a compassionate gratuity, she added. Kinglock noted that the funds are sometimes paid in installments. It doesn't necessarily mean that they'll get the $150,000 all at once. It depends on what it is they want the money to do. For example, in medical cases, I should note that this money is not paid directly to the pensioners. For example, if they're in need of a wheelchair, they'll have to get the invoice from that merchant, and then the check will be made payable to the merchant, she explained. For further information, persons are advised to contact the Pensions Administration branch at Pensions Client Services at mof.gov.jm. Cullimore and accomplices to face trial for a gun attack on ex-lover. Convicted killer Omar Cullimore and his 3 accomplices in the contract-style killing of his wife and her taxi driver are set to face another trial in relation to an alleged gun attack reportedly orchestrated by Cullimore on his ex-lover. A day for the trial of the men, including the alleged contract killer, Kerry Jonas, is expected to be set on Friday in the Home Circuit Court following the sentencing of the other 4 men. Cullimore, 41, a United States businessman, Michael Adams, 33, a tailor and salesman, Dwayne Pink, 34, a construction worker, and marketer Shakila Edwards were scheduled to be sentenced yesterday, but the matter was postponed to Friday to facilitate the taking of evidence in relation to Pink's medical report. A medical officer from the University Hospital of the West Indies, where Pink was a patient, will answer questions about Pink's medical care in an in-camera hearing before the sentence is passed. Simone Campbell Cullimore and Winston Walters were killed when men drove up on motorcycles and sprayed them with bullets as they waited to be let inside the woman's Forest Ridge apartment complex in Red Hills, St. Andrew, on January 2, 2018. In the other case, it is alleged that the victim, who had an intimate relationship with Cullimore, was shot at on December 23 along Sandy Park Road in Kingston by men traveling in a white car. The victim, who had broken off the relationship with Cullimore 2 months before, had reportedly met up with him before a car was shot at and damaged. Cullimore had reportedly asked to meet up with her to exchange a gift after he'd invited her to lunch 2 days earlier and had given her the wrong gift. Toll implementation on May Penn to Williams Hill Highway postponed. The government has postponed the implementation of the toll on the May Penn to Williams Hill leg of Highway 2000 to give a reprieve to motorists in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says a planned rollout of tolling on the highway, originally scheduled to begin this month, has been pushed back to August 17. Mr. Holness says the decision has been made to prioritize recovery and relief efforts in the affected areas. He says the delay will allow for critical resources and attention to be directed towards aiding the communities in the southern parishes hardest hit by the hurricane, ensuring they receive the necessary support to rebuild and recover. The postponement also aims to facilitate smoother transitions for commuters and businesses that rely on this key infrastructure. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.